So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. And in today's video, we have the other side of the blockbuster James Harden deal that went down just a few days ago with the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm assuming if one, you're not living under a rock, and two, you're actually watching this channel, that you know what the deal is, but just in case you don't, I will read it aloud to you. The Clippers received James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Filip Petrusev, who they actually already traded away. The 76ers received Robert Covington, Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris, KJ Martin, an unprotected 2028 first-round pick via the Clippers, 2 second-round picks via the Clippers, first-round pick from the Thunder, and a first-round pick swap via the Clippers. So obviously that is a lot to unpack. James Harden requested a trade months ago. Obviously, him and Daryl Morey are kind of on the outs right now. It looks like that relationship's never going to be mended, and James Harden did not want to play with the Sixers. Finally got his wish. He is an LA Clipper. I did that rebuild yesterday, and today we have the Sixers team. So we're going to go ahead and hopefully bring this team a championship. I said this in yesterday's video as well, but I literally waited until the end of the regular rebuilds just to do a Sixers rebuild, because I thought the James Harden trade was going to happen like a few days after I did it. And I think we're, like 4 days now from my last Sixers rebuild, and that's just how my life works. So I'm looking forward to this one today. And finally, I know this intro has been long enough, but if you guys have any other video ideas, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Obviously, we have gotten into some of the eras rebuild. We're going to continue to do those, other historic rebuilds. We're going to get into some of the series. I do the Trading Every Player series, all that fun stuff. But anything is coming to your mind, in your head, let me know it down below in the comment section. So, yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy the second Sixers rebuild within a week. I mean, it's just how it goes for me sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming this is probably the last kind of major trade. We'll see. Maybe till at least the deadline, if not at least start of 2024. So who knows? Let's get into this one. I know in yesterday's video, I went over a lot of my thoughts on this trade. I'm going to touch on it again. We're not going to get as in-depth, I would say. But for me, let's just dive into the roster. Let's first of all start out with some of the players they received back in this deal. So Kenyon Martin Jr., Robert Covington, Marcus Morris. These are not exceptional players that are anywhere near James Harden's level. Now, I will say, in terms of the return the actual 76ers got, oh, good, Call of Duty updated. This isn't the greatest return for a star player. Now, that being said, I think that 2028 Clippers first-round pick could potentially be valuable. Now, will it? I have no idea. I can't see into the future, unfortunately, but I think it could potentially be a valuable asset. That LA Clippers roster, especially a lot of their star players, are not necessarily young, and we look 4 or 5 years down the line, that could be a valuable pick. Now, on the other side of that, obviously, it is still LA. It's not the Lakers, but it's still LA. Still a big market. I'm sure stars will want to play there, so who knows how valuable it'll be. It's still a draft pick for a disgruntled star that is, likely was not going to play for your franchise anyways. So let's just go over it. Patrick Beverley, now I guess technically the starting point guard. I don't know if they'll run Maxey at the 1. However the hell this is going to work, we will figure it out. Beverly at 35 is probably not a long-term option. So Tyrese Maxey has had an incredible start to this NBA season. I think won Eastern Conference Player of the Week for the first week of the season. He's just been incredible. He's 22 years old. Going to be one of the building blocks for us here today. D'Anthony Melton is here. Could be a 6th, 7th, 8th man role, something like that. Furkan, oh my God. This is hysterical. I need to read you guys this tweet. I'm sure you guys all probably saw that, Furkan Korkmaz, for the 3rd time in his career from Philadelphia, had actually requested a trade. This is funny. This came in, I think, a couple hours after the deal actually went down, but somebody named Sean Wright appears to be an NBA reporter. Source: Furkan Korkmaz requested to be a part of the #Harden deal. Both Sixers and Clippers staff were against the idea. I mean, that's the 3rd time the man has tried to be traded. And it didn't. I mean, you feel bad at some point, but good God. Jaden Springer is only 21 years old. He is a 70, but I think there is definitely a little bit of potential there. Small forward spot, Tobias Harris. I'll tell you outright, he's not going to be a long-term option for me. He's not going to go up in overall. Maybe he'll play decent year 1. We'll see. Kelly Oubre Jr., pretty solid 6-man for this team, I would say. I mean, again, maybe there's some way I can get him into the starting 5. We'll see. Kenyon Martin Jr. was a nice pickup in this deal. He's only 22, and then Janelle House Jr. is here as well. Power forward spot, Robert Covington, formerly a 76er, now back with the Sixers. A little bit of a different player at this point in time, but maybe could still be effective. I don't really know. Marcus Morris Sr., it's, I don't know. I mean, he's 34. I'm not going to sit here and pretend he's very good. I don't know. Him and Pat Beverley is an interesting fit on the same team. Paul Reed is here, and then Nicholas Batum. I kind of forgot to touch on him in the kind of opening statement, but yeah, Batum's here. Center spot, obviously reigning MVP Joel Embiid, and then Mo Bamba. So I might have a trade or two. I know this is not a realistic rebuild. I don't want to completely blow this team up or anything, but I definitely have a couple trades. A lot of these guys that we just got, 1-year deals or just old or whatever it may be, I might trade them immediately. I have no idea yet. So this is a relatively big first trade. We're making a deal here with the New York Knicks. We're sending them Kelly Oubre Jr. and Danilo House. Now, Kelly Oubre Jr. is not somebody I necessarily want to trade, but what I'm doing is I'm learning from my mistakes. This is what we call personal growth. I did a Sixers rebuild the other day, like I'm sure many of you now know that I said it 18 times. But Kelly Oubre Jr., we don't have bird rights on him. He asked for like $20 million. I'm not going to be able to bring him back. Emmanuel Quickley is definitely somebody I can build around. So whether he is our starting point guard or shooting guard, whatever it may be, he's an incredible young piece, and I am very excited to have him here in Philadelphia. We are granting Furkan Korkmaz's trade request. We are sending him and Nicholas Batum over to Miami. We are picking up Duncan Robinson. Whether Duncan Robinson plays for me or not, I really don't care. He's on a multi-year deal, and he's going to be a trade piece in the offseason. Likely Korkmaz and Batum were both expiring. So that feels like a pretty good deal to me. In terms of some other trades here, I mean, if I'm just looking at this team kind of depth-wise, positionally, obviously the center spot with Embiid is fine. Mo Bamba is on a one-year deal. Might not be able to bring him back, so I don't love that. There's maybe a world out there I play Paul Reed at the backup center spot, but I also think out of these three power forwards, he has the most potential, so it might even make sense to have him start at the power forward spot. I don't love that floor spacing, but Embiid can actually shoot the three a little bit. So other than that, Marcus Morris is just, he's not a long-term piece. I have no idea why this is an actual trade offer. If I didn't have a center, I'm doing this in a heartbeat, but for me, I don't really know what to do with Marcus Morris. He's not in my long-term plans. I doubt he's in the Sixers' long-term plans in real life. And actually, no, I'm going to do this deal. We're going to do a straight-up swap for Charles Bassey, who will now likely be my new backup center. Again, doing this because he is on a 3-year contract, and maybe the upside's a little bit higher than Mo Bamba. So, Mo Bamba, thank you, but no thanks. We are going to ship you off somewhere else. That is actually a first-round pick. It is not a very valuable one. Cool, let's make another deal here with the Clippers. Thank you very much. All right, so, I mean, at this point in time, we have two power forwards. I mean, Rocco is definitely an expiring contract, but I don't want to trade all the players they just got. And, yeah, other than that, Tobias Harris, I'm not going to move him right now. Kenyon Martin Jr., obviously newly acquired, will be the backup there. And then Maxey and Melton, I'm going to send Springer to the G League. And then I moved quickly to the point guard spot, and we have Pat Beverly. So let's go ahead and set the rotation. After a few trades, we are ready for the start of year one here in Philadelphia. Now, obviously, we went ahead and made some trades that they're, not going to happen for the Sixers in real life. But here in this unrealistic rebuild, we want to set ourselves up well for success. And I think we've done that. So, albeit our backcourt is very good, it is a little bit short. I believe both Emmanuel Quickley and Tyrese Maxey are 6'2", and they are. So, yeah, we have two Kentucky players in our backcourt. They never played together, did they? Did they? My basketball mind is all over the place right now. It's been a long day. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm just losing my shit and I can't remember, but I don't know. Tobias Harris here at the 3. I'm starting Paul Reed at the 4. In terms of fit, maybe it's not the greatest, but Robert Covington is not somebody that's going to be on this team for long. And quite honestly, if I want to develop Paul Reed, you got to play him the most minutes possible. So I also think he's better. And then Joel Embiid, obviously, our center. Kenyon Martin Jr. going to be my 6th man off the bench, followed by DeAnthony Melton, Robert Covington, Patrick Beverly, and then Charles Bassey. So unfortunately, as I mentioned, Duncan Robinson, although that overall may be good enough for him to get rotation minutes, I just really don't need it. He's going to be a trade piece in the offseason. It's kind of why I traded for him. So, yeah, man, this team is, I would say we're not as good as if, obviously, James Harden was here, but I still think this is a really good group, and I think we definitely could be a threat in the Eastern Conference. So, we will see. I'll see you guys at the end of year one. So, this team actually had an insane first season. We went 64-18. Now, I thought this team could maybe be good, but 64 wins in a year one is absolutely crazy. Now, obviously, we made some changes from what the Sixers are actually going to do, and actually I have noticed 2K likes the Sixers a lot this year. Just crazy. 64. This is not a 64-win team, I'll say that. Joel Embiid, technically that would be back-to-back MVPs, Victor Wembanyama, Chris Paul, Claxton, I go through. Oh, Paul Reed. Hell yeah, baby. Jokic, Coach Player of the Year, Nick Nurse has been Coach of the Year. That's 3 76ers in the awards category. I will take it. All right, so 64 wins, obviously going to give us the 1 seed here in the East. It is the best record in all of basketball. You see the Clippers are 1 seed over there in the West. Can you imagine if we meet up in the finals, how funny that would be? Here's a look at the numbers on the year. Feel free to pause if you want to look further. Rebounds, Embiid, and assists with Mr. Emmanuel Quickley. So, round 1, who is it going to be? It is us and the 8-seeded Toronto Raptors. Dennis Schroeder, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Siakam, Pirtle, Trent Jr. Yeah, I mean, I think this team's good. I just think, obviously, we have the best player in the series. I think we have the better team in general. So we're up 3-1 right now. We close them out in 5. We are moving on to another team that 2K loves very dearly in the Cleveland Cavaliers. It is Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Mobley, Jared Allen. Dude, this front court here, they need to figure it the fuck out. I'm just going to say that right now. They're good, and I think there's a lot of potential there, but figure it out. They are definitely showing us they figure it out right now because we just got swept. Getting swept, well, I mean, it's just how death taxes and the Philadelphia 76ers getting eliminated in the second round is just what it's been basically for a long time now. So let's see. Second round. Yeah. I mean, I almost wish I could go game by game because I think it would tell a bigger picture. But yeah, getting swept is never fun. So let's sim through the rest of the playoffs. Obviously, we have some decisions to make. It is going to be a Pelicans and a New York Knicks finals. And the Pelicans going to win it all. And Brandon Ingram, finals MVP here in year one. All right, so that was still a good first season. Again, I think we overachieved a little bit in the regular season, then probably exited to where we were supposed to in terms of talent in the postseason. But yeah, I mean, still some things to be done, and I am very much looking forward to a hopeful and very positive offseason. So draft lottery time. I don't think we traded for anything in the lottery. Oh my God, are the Spurs really going to have the top 2 picks? That'd be insane. And yeah, let's just sim through the rest of this. Obviously nothing there. Nick Nurse just won a Coach of the Year, 64 wins. Obviously an NBA championship head coach. I think I'll keep him. So let's head up to the draft. We have number 29 overall. We also have 9 and 30 in round 2. So we have some decisions to make. Do we want to keep the 29th overall pick? I'm never going to keep 2 second-round picks. They're completely useless for me in these kind of rebuilds. But I think there's maybe a world out there that I try to move up a bit, or maybe there's something out there. Hang with me. The San Antonio Spurs have the 15th overall pick. I would like to make a trade and acquire that draft pick. So this is my offer. These are all the picks I have this year. This is Amir Coffee. And yeah, this is number 15 overall. So how about it? How about a deal? They're not going to take that. I have a couple more seconds that I really don't need. It takes one more. So 15 is definitely a lot better than 29, obviously. It's going to allow us to get somebody that can maybe be a little bit more impactful with where we're at. So in terms of who we could draft, Cody Williams could have been nice. Who is available right now? So like Alexander Sarr is here. Definitely could be an option for me because in terms of the power forward spot, we're not exactly super deep. Also wouldn't maybe mind Bronny James. Obvious reasons there. He actually develops quite well. I've seen him win some Rookie of the Years before. You know, I haven't really actually drafted him before. So, you know, let's take Bronny. Welcome to Philadelphia. LeBron just actually retired in this scenario, and I'm excited to have Bronny here. He's only 72. Maybe he can spend a year in the G League. We will see. If not, he could be a valuable trade piece. So, obviously, some very important decisions right now. We have 2 young guards in this backcourt, and they are both players I definitely need to get back. So, in terms of free agent, can you imagine we just go back and sign James Harden? How funny would that be? I don't really think there's anybody here that I'm going to sign. This isn't any sort of great free agency class. Now, Siakam actually could be a really fun piece for this team. But if I go ahead and try to sign Pascal Siakam, I basically can not get all 3 of these guys back, especially with how big Tobias Harris's qualifying his cap hold is. It's probably absolutely insane. So I'm going to take the 3 over the 1. Maybe I could go ahead and get Maxey in quickly as well. I don't know. I really don't. I do not. I mean, how much does Siakam want? He wants about $32 million. What is his offer right now? He's a deal from Brooklyn for 3 years, about $103 million. What is that? What does that equal out to? It's about $34 million a year, and he's asking for about 32. If I gave him about 35.5 with a player option and no trade clause, would it be possible? Would it be possible? Would Pascal Siakam entertain that? I think he probably would. It looks like it. Now it's something to keep in mind. So Tyrese Maxey has no offers at this point. Neither does Emmanuel Quickly. If I do not have to renounce both their qualifying offers, I'm probably going to take Siakam if he accepts over Tobias Harris. I mean, kind of for obvious reasons, but it does leave a little bit of a gap at our small forward spot, which is something we will definitely have to figure out. So Siakam does accept. Here's what we got to figure out. So we also have some other free agents here with Kenyon Martin Jr. Tobias Harris had a $59 almost million cap hold. What do I have to do? Shit. So I got to clear up like $17 million if I was going to do this. Maybe I can get away with some others. I also don't really want to renounce Kenyon Martin Jr., but it wouldn't be the end of the world if I had to. So how much do we have right now? We have basically just no money. It used to show you how much money you had. Now it just doesn't for whatever reason. I got to make sure I don't lose. So if I move Duncan Robinson, I can probably figure it out. Thank you very much, Lakers. And so is this going to allow me to be able to keep both Maxey and, not Melton. Oh, shit. And Quickly. Oh, looks like it is. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot right now. Can I actually keep Melton as well? Maybe it lets me. So maybe that gets it done. Again, I don't know if this is going to work out for sure. If it does, that would be absolutely insane. But we got to be a little bit careful right now. So Siakam's going to agree. Still no offers here for Maxey. He'll probably get one day 3. So we're still good. Don't renounce, don't renounce, don't renounce, don't renounce. We still got Tyrese Maxey. We are still signing Pascal Siakam, and then now's the day the offers come in. So he has 10 offers. Actually, he's not accepting any of those. And there's nothing here. I think we should be good. So we're officially signing Pascal Siakam. We are renouncing Tobias Harris. We're not renouncing Kenyon Martin Jr., Emmanuel Quickly, D'Anthony Melton, or Tyrese Maxey. So Siakam is now a Sixer. I'm going to go ahead and pay D'Anthony or Tyrese Maxey. I'm also going to pay Emmanuel quickly. Hopefully they both accept. Do not renounce Kenyon Martin Jr. and do not renounce D'Anthony Melton. Is that going to work out for me? Oh, wait, no. Quickly didn't accept. Yep. Definitely did not want to renounce Emmanuel quickly there. Thank God I caught myself. And he has 9 offers now. Looks like he still likes ours the best. And he's going to accept. All right, cool. So we figured some things out there. Looking at the roster right now, obviously we have Quickly back. We still did draft Bronny James. Again, I don't know how valuable he would be, but he's still a really good piece to have on this team. I still have to figure out a small forward because I have literally nobody right now. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. I would not mind bringing back D'Anthony Melton. I think maybe going ahead and signing somebody else could be beneficial to this team. So let me go ahead and give an offer here to D'Anthony Melton. I think he's somebody I definitely want to bring back. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get Kenyon Martin Jr. back. He might just be gone. He might have already signed somewhere. Yeah, it looks like Kenyon Martin Jr. already signed. So Isaac Okoro. Oh, no, I don't have the funds for it. All right. I'm going to be a scumbag right now. I'm going to sign Taylor Horton Tucker and then immediately trade him because I need to figure out a small forward, and I just don't have anybody right now. So let's go do that. We're making a big trade here with the Milwaukee Bucks. We are sending them Taylor Horton Tucker, Jaden Springer, and 2 future first-round picks for Chris Middleton and AJ Green. Now, obviously, Chris Middleton is 32. He's maybe a little bit worse than he once was, but he is still a definite upgrade from what we have. So, yes, I know it's scummy signing THT and then immediately going ahead and trading him, but I am not in this rebuild to, play fair. So, oh shit, that's an alarm. I'm sorry. We're making a trade here with the Warriors. We're sending them AJ Green, who we just acquired. I actually signed Montrezl Harrell, so double the scumbag. And a trade exception to Golden State for Moses Moody. He's going to be our new backup small forward because we did not have one right now. Also, I apologize again for the alarm. It actually reminds me that my videos go live. So welcome to the team, Moses Moody. Excited to have you here. And yeah, I mean, we've done some pretty good things with this team at this point. I think we obviously are going to have to play Bronny James some minutes, but I'm excited. I think it'll work out for us. So we're all set. I will see you guys at the start of year number 2. Last year, we won 64 games and then got embarrassed in the second round. Sound familiar? I thought so. So we went ahead and made some major changes to this team. 2 new starters here with Chris Middleton and Pascal Siakam. Obviously went ahead and re-signed Emmanuel Quickly and Tyrese Maxey, and we still have Joel Embiid as our center. So starting 5 is looking very good. D'Anthony Melton off the bench as a 6th man. Moses Moody, newly acquired, taking over the backup small forward responsibilities. Still got Paul Reed, Charles Bassey, and then Bronny James, which, I mean, kind of looks like, I'm not really. I don't think that looks too much like Bronny, but nonetheless, he is here, and I'm very excited to see how he develops. So this team won 64 games last year. I think we're almost better this year, so I'm excited. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. So year 2 was not as great regular season record-wise, but we still won 55 games, and that's still pretty solid. So 64, maybe we overachieved a bit, as I mentioned, year 1. I'll take 55. SGA is your MVP. Ron Holland's your Rookie of the Year. Amen Thompson, 6th man. Mitchell Robinson is your DPOY Most Improved. Goes to Scoot Henderson. Damian Lillard, Clutch Player of the Year. And JB Bickerstaff does win Coach of the Year. So it does not appear that we had the 1 seed here in the East. We were actually the 2 seed. We were 1 game behind them, which is obviously fine. It was the 2nd best record in all of basketball. So here's a look at the numbers on the year. It is Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Siakam, Chris Middleton, Quickly, Melton. I mean, everything looks kind of up to par. Maybe a few more points from Embiid would have been nice, but again, we added some guys that can score the basketball to this team. So we are still facing a play-in team. It is going to be the Charlotte Hornets. I'll take that. I think, who was the 1 seed? Cleveland? Yeah, they have Miami. I'd much rather face Charlotte. So let's go ahead and battle with them here in the first round. We are up 2-1 at this moment. We go up 3-1, and that is a gentleman sweep. We're moving on to the Toronto Raptors here. James Harden, an old friend, is now in Toronto. Interesting, to say the least. We obviously went ahead and signed Pascal Siakam away from the Raptors. Looks like they used that money to go out and get the beard. So, yeah, maybe a little bit of revenge for us here against James Harden. We're up 2-1 right now. We go up 3-1, and we close them out in 5 once again. Look at the Sixers getting out of the second round. This Cavs team is the group that swept us last year. I do not want that to happen again. And I feel like every video, they always sign Nikola Vucevic, and I always ask where the fuck's that money coming from. And Cody Martin's here now as well. I have no idea. They figure it out somehow. They obviously have a lot of young players on some smaller contracts. We are down 2-1 at this point. We tie it up 2-2. We go up 3-2. And wow, did we just win 4 straight games? That's insane. We are taking on John Morant in the Memphis. I could have sworn John Morant won finals or Western Conference Finals MVP. That's 2K for you. It is actually going to be the Pelicans who won it all last year. Brandon Ingram won a Finals MVP. I think this team is obviously good. I think we could be better. I stand by that statement. We are up 3-0 right now. We're heading here to New Orleans to potentially sweep the Pelicans out of their own building here in the NBA Finals. Can we get it done in 4 games? Keep it going, baby. Keep it going. Keep climbing. All right, a little bit of a low-scoring game here. I'll see you guys in there. I just fucked up and accidentally skipped. I tried, yeah, I fucked that up. I tried to hit jump in. You have to go down like this, and I fucked that up. I'm sorry, there's no gameplay. If we go back next year, I'll get gameplay. My bad, I fucked it up. Joel Embiid is your finals MVP, though. So obviously it feels great winning a championship here in year 2. We definitely still have some work to do, though, because this video is not over, and I would like to win at least one more championship. So it looks like no lottery picks for us this year. That is fine by me. Obviously want to make sure that we have Nick Nurse. We do. And we're up to the 2025 NBA draft. Let's see what we got. We have the 20th overall pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't need it right now. I just, again, really, nothing. This game makes no fucking sense. That's exactly what, you know what, not even going to get into it. All right, let's hit team player options right now. Chris Middleton does decline. He is definitely a big free agent for us. I'd like to bring back Moses Moody as well. And yeah, let's just take a look here in free agency. So Middleton's asking for about $27.5 million. I might move him, to be completely honest with you. Again, I don't think he's necessarily a bad player. I just think we're going to see some regression, and I'd rather get out ahead of it. So maybe it's a little scummy, but he was here for a year, helped us get a ring. It's his second ring. I think he'll live. So let's see. Pulling off a blockbuster here with the Atlanta Hawks. We are sending Chris Middleton, Charles Bassey, a 2026 first, and DeAnthony Melton to Atlanta for Trae Young and Aaron Bradshaw. I'm pretty sure it was a relatively high pick. He went number 14 overall. So obviously a blockbuster move. I wasn't looking for a point guard, but quite honestly, I saw Trae Young and I knew it was too good to decline. So welcome to the team. Trae going to be our new point guard, which unfortunately means now Emmanuel Quickley is on the move. He actually played relatively well for us, filled out his role in a really good way. But honestly, I cannot figure out a way to get 6'1", 6'2", and 6'2" playing point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. It just doesn't work, and I'm not moving Tyrese Maxey. So Quickley is on his way out. It's unfortunate. We also did just lose a sixth man, so that is definitely something to keep in mind. We also picked up Aaron Bradshaw, so he is likely going to be my new backup center. But yeah, I definitely have to figure out who I'm going to sign now because I definitely just lost a really good player. So yep, we've been a scumbag the entire video. I'm going to continue to be a scumbag, and I'm going to either include Chris Boucher in a trade with Quickley, or I'm going to figure something out. We're doing a 1-for-1 player swap here with the New Orleans Pelicans. We're going to be picking up Herbert Jones. He's 26 years old at an 81 overall, so relatively similar for what overall and age how Emmanuel Quickley is. Actually not relatively similar. It's exactly the same. But yeah, I mean, Herb Jones is going to slide into the small forward spot. Obviously at 6'7", he's going to be an improvement and definitely brings a whole lot of defense. So I'm very excited to have him here in Philadelphia. So other than that, we did go ahead and sign Chris Boucher, basically for the only reason of trading him. I think losing out on DeAnthony Melton is going to hurt our bench a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. I think the starting five definitely got better as well. So if we're looking for a shooting guard right now, I mean, I'm not seeing anybody that I really love here, to be quite straight honest with you. Good Lord, these are not elite options. Io is 6'5". Fuck it, we'll move Io to the shooting guard spot. Whatever. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final season. Final year here for us in Philadelphia. We are obviously fresh off a championship, but that did not stop us from making some major trades. We went ahead and moved on from Chris Middleton. I was not expecting Trae Young to pop up in the trade finder, so that was a little bit unexpected, but I saw an opportunity. It was too good to pass up. Now, I'm not going to pretend that this backcourt isn't small, but I'm also not going to pretend my backcourt hasn't been small for the entire video so far, and it's worked out so far. So I'm still excited. I think there's definitely a little bit of nervousness going through me right now because we just had a championship team. We made 2 major trades, so I'm still feeling good though. I like Herbert Jones here a lot. Pascal Siakam still going strong, and then Joel Embiid obviously has not gone anywhere. The bench unit will now be led by Moses Moody. He'll take over as our 6th man. Obviously went ahead and traded for Io. Aaron Bradshaw was included in the Trae Young deal. Paul Reed still here, and then Bronny James developing quite nicely. So yeah, man, this is a team that we're looking for a back-to-back, and I'm thinking we can win another championship. I really am. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. We go 58-24 in our final regular season here in Philadelphia. I think that's our second best regular season record, but honestly, I still think year 1 was a fluke regular season wise. Luka Doncic averages a triple-double, wins his first career MVP. Cooper Flagg is in Atlanta. He is your rookie of the year. Isaiah Collier, 6th man. Giannis is your depoy. DJ Wagner, most improved. Luka also wins clutch player of the year. And Steve Clifford. All right. All right, let's take a look at the stats on the year real quick. It was Trae Young, Joel Embiid, Maxey, Siakam, Bradshaw. Oh, Bradshaw, nice. Off the bench. Rebounds going to be Embiid, and then assists is Trae Young. And then in terms of the standings department, we were deadlocked here with the Charlotte Hornets. It appears they had the tiebreaker, and yeah, I mean, let's just go ahead and hopefully show them who's the better team in the postseason. All right, it is us in Atlanta, Trae Young's old squad, and yeah, Karl-Anthony Towns is now here. Seriously, you drafted Cooper Flagg, and now you're paying Karl-Anthony Towns 50, 60, whatever it is, $1 million a year. All right. I mean, it's bold. We're down 3-1 right now. What the fuck just happened? I'm happy we won a championship in year 1. All right. Any more from Maxi? See, what the hell is this? That can't happen. All right. Well, you know what? I'm happy we got one. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have made the, Trae Young for Chris Middleton swap. That could have been a mistake. But, yeah, I did not expect to lose in round 1. And the Charlotte Hornets are laughing their way to a finals appearance. They do lose, but still, man, that's a shock. I don't remember the last time I got bounced in round 1 in year 3. It's very rare. So, all right, I would have been a lot more pissed if we hadn't won one in year 2, but still, man, it feels shitty. This team was good. So maybe the backcourt defense just wasn't there. I have no idea what the hell it was. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for me. I thought this team was still obviously very good. Feels like we could have won more than one, but that's just not the way the ball bounced today. Sometimes that happens for us. So, again, obviously this was still, a trading James Harden, Sixers rebuild, whatever the hell I called it. I still want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section on this trade. Of course, you guys have any other video ideas, let me know those down below as well. So, yeah, man, that's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all on the next one.